friends. How are you? How are you? How are you on this Saturday? It's a lovely day here in my neck of the woods. I hope it's great in your neck of the woods as well. My name is Debbie and I'm here from Create Pretty Things and Chalk Pretty Things. And today we're going to do a lovely pattern. It's this beautiful floral pattern. Look how gorgeous that is. And we're going to put it on this new surface of ours. It is a wooden round tray. It does come with handles and the holes are pre-drilled. And we are just going to go ahead and chalk it, make it look beautiful, and see how wonderful and springy it looks. As you jump on, please comment Tray, T-R-A-Y, and then check your messages. You'll get a link to the products I'm using tonight, and ow, that hurt. But this is what our tray looks like. It's wood. It's got a beautiful wood grain finish to it, and it's already painted white, which I love. Now, we're going to go ahead and get started with our transfer, and this is one of our larger transfers, but that's okay. This is called the Delicate Flower pattern, and it comes on this reusable backer. And you're just going to separate the transfer from the backer, and you are going to remember to keep that backer because you will want to store everything back on it. Now, these transfers, I don't know if you noticed, but they are sticky. So you want to be careful, especially with the larger sizes, not to get them stuck to themselves. It does happen. If that happens, you just have to gently pull it apart. If it really gives you trouble, you need to take it to the sink and run some water on it just to kind of unstick it without tearing it. Just be gentle, be gentle. Okay, and what I'm doing now is called fuzzing. I am trying to reduce the stickiness of this transfer just a little bit. It helps the transfer come up without stretching, and it will help with an even pattern display. Now that I have this, I'm going to go ahead and lay my pattern down. And this pattern, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to try to center it, rub it down so there's not any air bubbles in this. You want a flat surface. My wood does have a raised surface there, but that's okay. I'm going to use a couple different colors. I'm going to use Strawberry Swirl. I did put Peony in the cart for you guys. I'm going to use Couture Coral. That's in your cart. Shimmer Olive. This is going to be for my leaves. I might mix in a little bit of this Raspberry Sorbet, but I don't think this is available anymore. And then for the centers of flowers, we're going to use our Struggle Bus, which is this month's color of the month, which I'm not sure if it's still available or not. But if it's not, just get any yellow that you feel like would work, or gold, or anything along those lines. Okay, I'm gonna get out a couple squeegees. This is my Shimmer Olive. Isn't that pretty? I'm gonna do the leaves with Shimmer Olive. I'm just gonna get some on my squeegee here and just rub it over those silkscreen areas that I want to be green. So easy. So easy. Now you just have to remember what you're doing, because I often lose track of what I'm doing, and I go ahead and paste the wrong colors in the areas. So I am going to kind of pay attention. But if you guys have any questions about what I'm doing, please paste them in the comments. I would love to see what you have to say about this. And I'd also love to know where you're watching from. So post the city where you're from so that I know where you're watching from. I'm located in Tucson, Arizona. We've been hot this week, 100 degrees, but today's a little cooler and it's a little breezy. And we have these trees that are beautiful. They're called Palo Verde trees. And this time of year, they get these beautiful yellow flowers, and they are so pretty. You drive the highways or any of the busy streets, and if they're planted in the medians, you just see this sea of yellow flowers. It's gorgeous. But with those gorgeous flowers comes allergies. So I am a little sniffly today, not bad. But it's just like allergies from those Palo Verde trees. Do you guys have anything in your area that causes allergies? I can think of a couple things here, but mainly it's those darn Palo Verdes every year. They're so beautiful, so you don't want to complain about them too much, but they do bring on some headaches sometimes, some sniffles, and just some general discomfort, I guess. Okay, this Shimmer Olive has got a little bit of a different feel to it. It's not quite as smooth as some of the others because it is a shimmer. And so just know that going in. Now, this is going to dry pretty quickly, this paste. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead and peel up the areas I've already pasted. Oh, maybe you guys can't see what I was doing. Let me put it back a little bit. Okay, so you can see I've already pasted some up here. Let me put these over here. Let me see if I'm really on here. Let me see. There I am. Okay, so I'm just gonna lift up my transfer, my sticky transfer, a little bit just to expose what I've already pasted. And what that does is it releases the paste from the screen. If I were to let that paste dry too long, that paste would dry in the screen, and the effect would be that instead of going down to the surface and drying there down below, it would dry in the silk screen, and therefore it would lift up when you lift that transfer up. So it wouldn't stay down below where you really want it. So that's why I'm going to periodically lift this silk screen up just to release that layer of paste that I've put down. Just every now and then, whenever I think it's time, it's had long enough to start drying, I will do that. So we have a wonderful Club Couture this month. I haven't actually done it yet. It's a Peanuts little pillow. It's a smaller pillow. And that is what our Club Couture is this month. And if you don't know about Club Couture, go ahead and type the word club, C-L-U-B, into the comments. Check your messenger, and you'll have a little link where you can learn more about the club and read up on it. And if you want to, you can join the club right there on that page. But it's a lot of fun. It's a monthly project that's complete, sent to your doorstep every month. And I think it's around $25, $25.98 or so, and which includes the shipping a month. And you will get a transfer, an 8.5 by 11-inch transfer, which is your standard paper size. You'll get one of those, and you will get some type of a surface to put that transfer on to make a project. It could be a board, it could be a piece of paper, it could be, this month is a pillow, a small little pillow. Sometimes it was, one time it was socks. Sometimes it could be an acrylic piece of plastic to make like a frame on it. One time it was a cardboard frame that you would put a picture in after you completely chalk it. You would add the picture to the center of it. It could be all kinds of stuff, and they're always really amusing what they can pick out and put in. They're much more creative than I am. But they will also give you some paste to go with that, and it'll be 2 or 3 colors of paste or ink. Now, if it's a fabric project, it will be ink, because ink is made for permanency, and it will need to be heat set, and so it's a different format for our paste. Works just the same, except it needs to be heat set, but you can actually wash it. If you do it on a t-shirt or a pair of socks, you can actually wash that textile after you heat set it, and that design will stay. It'll look just marvelous throughout the whole thing. So your club projects are so fun. Different every month. They're exclusive. You can't buy them without being in the club unless you're a designer. So it is a very fun way to learn how to do Chalk Couture, to see if it's something that you're interested in doing. And if you are interested, you can do it every month. And the obligation to it is 3 months. Once you sign up, you have a 3-month obligation. And after that, if you choose not to do it, which I can't imagine you would not want to do it, you could cancel. So give that a look. See if it's something you'd be interested in. I'm going to do that club pillow this weekend sometime. So stay tuned if you want to see what's included in that club project. It's going to be fun. It's really cute. We don't always get to do our licensed products in a club offering, but this Peanuts one is available. And so it's kind of a unique take on it. Most of them are, you know, just something kind of seasonal. They're always different, and I just love the club. So that's their club program. Go ahead, learn about it by typing the word club into the comments and checking your messenger. You'll learn, you'll see. Now this shimmer olive is one of my older pastes, so it is a little different. It's different because it is a shimmer and it is one of my older pastes, but I'm almost done using it. Just a little bit more. It's working really well, even though it's probably one of my very oldest ones. And I'm not being quite precise here, guys. I'm being a little messy and I'm kind of getting some of the green where I probably didn't want it, but I'm not worried about that at all because I think I'll just add to the beauty. Okay, let's see, I got that. I need to do this little area here and this little corner. I'm going to go ahead and inspect and make sure I have everything covered that I want covered. I didn't miss anything. Now, when you have stuff left on your squeegee paste, just go ahead and put it back into your jar. I just kind of scrape my squeegee off. I throw it in a water bath, or I'll wipe it off and reuse it for the next color. Now, if you join club, you'll get a squeegee your very first month included with your offering. But thereafter, they won't give you another squeegee. So keep your squeegees. They are reusable over and over and over again. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and lift this off, but I'm not going to lift it all the way because I still have to do those flowers. So what I'm doing is just releasing my paste, and I'm just gently laying it down, and it'll go right back to where I put it, hopefully. I'm going to release the bottom, and it looks great. At this point too, I'm also kind of looking to see if I messed up anywhere, if I need to, if I missed an area, I can go back over it and redo it just by laying it down and re-chalking. Now I do want to do my flowers next. Maybe I'll do my centers next. So I do want to make sure that the silkscreen is down. The sticky is sticking to my board wherever I am going to chalk, because that's what gives you the crisp design. Okay, so I've got my Struggle Bus, this month's color of the month. Let's see what it looks like. Brand new jar, they come sealed. And they usually come with a little bit on the lids, and I always use whatever's on the lid first. And because this is a small area I'm doing, I'm using one of my, it's a small squeegee. Let me show you. This is a small squeegee. I've been using the small squeegee. This is the mini squeegee. And what I'm going to use now is the mini squeegee cut in half. So I just took one of these and cut it in half to be a smaller area. I'm just going to grab some of my Struggle Bus, and I'm just going to do, there's little tiny areas here, very, very tiny. This might even be too big for these areas. I'm just going to smooth my Struggle Bus paste. Struggle Bus is the color right in here. And I think this is a little bit large. So I might get my detail tool or my multi-tool. Okay, I've got my detail tool. It has a really small end as well. And since this seems to be a little bit bigger than what I need, I'm going to use this. I'm just going to go ahead and go over some of these areas. It doesn't need a lot, and I think I put quite a bit in some of these. What do you guys have planned for the weekend? Anything outdoors? I know right now, in a few minutes, in about an hour, I guess, the NCAA tournament is going to feature Arizona, and I am going to be watching that. I love Arizona basketball. I'm not a big basketball fan, but I am pretty loyal to my Arizona Wildcats. I love to watch them play. They've done great this year. They usually do great, but they've had a fantastic year, and I expect them to go all the way or almost all the way. So I think they'll win this one. Do you guys have a favorite team? Did they make it to the tournament this year? Let me know in the comments. Okay. Nobody talking to me about the game tonight, huh? Well, I'm excited about it. I hope if you love basketball that you know what's going on. I'm sure you do. And that you'll tune in and watch. And I hope you'll root for Arizona. They're pretty great. I haven't gone to one of their games in person for a while, but we're used to quite a bit. Okay, I think I've got all my Struggle Bus yellow centers done. I'm gonna go ahead and cap up my paste. I always try to cap up my paste as soon as I can, just so that they stay nice. I usually remove that cap, but it's still got a lot of paste on it, so I'm gonna leave it go. Okay, now I'm gonna do the pink areas outside. Let's see if I wanna use this detail tool or if I wanna use that mini. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna use Couture Coral, which is this color. It's kind of pinky. And I might blend in a little bit darker colors. Hello, Tracy. Oh, this is a new one. Okay, this is one of my favorite Chalk Couture colors, this Couture Coral. This and the Couture Teal. They are just so pretty. So I'm just gonna go and kind of Mod Podge over, hodgepodge, I don't know. Mix and match a little bit over my flowers. Do some pink here and there, coral. And I'm gonna kind of mix my colors a little bit just to give it a little bit of depth. Oops, and I missed a yellow center there. Let me see. I think I could take some off of here. I missed that yellow center right there in the front. Okay, so I'm going to continue putting my Couture Coral around, and we'll keep spreading it around. All right. So when you mix your colors a little bit, when you use different shades of coloring, it does give your, makes your project stand out a little bit. It's up to you though, whether you want to do that. I think it'll be great on this one. I'm just going to go ahead and put some here and there. I just I could actually mix some of these colors with my fingers as well. I just might do that. Let's see. Okay, I think I've done pretty good with the coral. Go ahead and wipe off my squeegee. And then this is Strawberry Swirl, which was, I believe, an in vogue color, or maybe it was a color of the month. So it's not available, but use any pink that you have, any colors at all that you have, and just put these on wherever you want them. Just to add some highlights. I also have my Raspberry Sorbet I'm going to add a little bit to, maybe around the centers of these. And once again, we don't want this to dry in the screen. This is actually very fun, and I just went over my yellow center here. We'll see how that turns out. Okay, now I'm going to use some of my Raspberry Sorbet, which is a darker color, and I don't believe this one's in stock either. I think it's kind of out of, it's retired. So this is more of a darker pink. This one is pretty old, but I think it'll still be pretty in this. And I'm just going to kind of fill in wherever color is missing on this and put it in there. Kind of dab it around. Get some beautiful colors in this. And because I'm kind of blending some of these colors, the paste is a little bit thicker than what I normally do. That's okay. I'm just hoping it's not drying in my paste, in my silk screen. If you guys ever need some way just to feel creative, but a way to also impress yourself with your skills, try using Chalk Couture to create something. Buy a kit, or look at my cart link, which if you type in the word tray tonight and check your messenger, you'll get a cart link with everything that I used on this project, except raspberry sorbet won't be in there. Struggle Best, you'll have to substitute another yellow. I might have put Bumblebee in there. And pick whatever colors you want. If you have that card up in front of you, you can modify that. You can add colors, you can change colors, you can remove, like I put board erasers in there because they are my best friend. And if you don't know what a board eraser is, I will show you in just a minute. They're just like a magic eraser sponge, but without any chemicals. And they are so handy for cleaning these transfers. They make the work so easy. When sometimes it looks kind of daunting, especially if you're using the darker colors like black, navy blue, red. Those colors look so frightening on the transfer once you're done. But the board erasers kind of give you confidence to tackle that project and get it done quickly. They're an invaluable tool for me. But if you already have board erasers and it's in the cart link, you can take that out. If you want a larger size than what I put in there for the paste, you can take out the paste packet and get a paste jar. You can mix and match. You can do anything you want to that cart link, but it's basically just a starting point for you to get started so you can get there quickly without getting frustrated. Almost done, guys. Let me just do a little peek. Oh, got a whole flower up here to do. This will probably be it for my raspberry sorbet paste. It's at the very bottom. So take a look. Make sure you don't have any white areas of transfer showing. If you do, you're lucky because we've got all these colors going on. You can just color in, swipe over, don't paint unless it's green or yellow. Make sure you're not missing anything. And like I said, there's a good chance that this might have dried in my screen, but let's go ahead and check it out. Okay, let me lift it up for you guys so you can see me peel it. This is the most impressive part of the whole process. This is what it looks like. Oh, I missed a flower. Missed a whole flower down here. Did you guys see that? Did you notice that that was white? Okay, let me just kind of wipe my fingers up. Okay. Let me lift this up again. And we're going to go ahead and do the peel and reveal. So here it is. We're just going to peel it down. Let me bring it closer to you guys. So right now it looks like a mess. We're going to peel this down. Look at that, guys. Oh, it's so beautiful. Ta-da! We're going to add our handles in just a second. Wow. I like it. Okay, I'm going to stick it aside. I'm just going to go ahead and put it aside. Maybe right here at my feet. And I'm going to clean my transfer a little bit differently than what I normally do. What I normally do is just do it on my mat. But a lot of people use these bath mats because they absorb the water. And so I thought I would try it today. Now this is bigger than what I'm used to allocating for space. But I've got it sticky side down on this bath mat. The bath mat is absorbent, so it will contain water. And what I'm gonna do, it's a brand new bath mat, so it's kind of lumpy. I'm just gonna lay this down on here, and I'm gonna spray it with just plain old tap water. Now, the sooner you start this spray getting it wet, the easier it is to get it, clean it. So go ahead and spray it. And my first pass over, I'm just gonna go ahead and get a paper towel. And I am just gonna wipe off that beginning layer of paste. And I'm just not used to having this lumpy mat underneath. I may go back to my original way, who knows? Okay, so it's still pretty thick on here. But the paper towel is really just kind of my first step. I'm gonna go ahead and wet this down again. And like I said, this did dry a little longer than usual, and it was a little thicker. So now I'm gonna show you what the board eraser is for. I have a water bath over here, and I fill it with water before I go live and let my board eraser, this is the board eraser, kind of soak in there. And then I just take my board eraser and I wipe over my transfer. And it's really pretty magical how easily this paste comes out. I'll show you in just a second. This is how much has already come out. Now your water is going through to the mat. Usually I have it going through to my silicone mat underneath, but today I'm using this new process. I'm gonna try. And your goal, your objective is to get all of that paste out of the silkscreen. The silkscreen is the mesh that allows that paste to go through. It's where you chalked over the design and it left the design below on your surface. So this is my non-sticky side I'm scrubbing right now. And you can be a little tough with this if you need to. I'll probably go over it one more time, but I've done the front, and it's gonna leave a mark of all my dirty water underneath. But I'm gonna spray the sticky side. The paste has gone through, so it is on both sides of the screen. And it's not as dirty on this side, but you must still clean it. I didn't mention this, but these transfers are reusable. So when you're done with these, you might say, why bother cleaning it? Just throw it away. No, don't throw it away. You can make so many more. These are good between 8 and 12 uses. You want to keep that sticky, and you want to keep your silkscreen clean. And if you need to, you can take this back to a sink, or if you have a sink in your room, take it to a sink under running water and clean this up. Now this looks really good, except I'm still seeing yellow. You want to see through this, and you can pretty much see through it. I'm seeing a little bit of yellow paste in the center of all my flowers, which might be staining. And if it's staining, it's okay. But if it's actually in my silkscreen, I want to get that out. So I'm going to work on that right now. I'm going to go over one more time to get that out before I put this away. You can go a couple different ways on this just to get all the angles of how this could be cleaned out. Okay, now I'm going to take this away just because I'm used to doing it this way. I'm still seeing some yellow. So this is what I used to always do. I would just do it right on my silicone mat. Now this does get kind of wet underneath, and your paste will dirty your mat. But since this is a silicone mat, it does wipe up. And I'm going to do this top one more time. Got some pink right there. board eraser again. I washed it out. This is looking better. It still has a little yellow in there though. And then I'm going to get a paper towel. I'm going to dry this. We're going to put this back on our backer that we took it off of in the beginning. Okay, so here's my paper towel. This is sticky side up. I'm going to go over it and the paper towel will glide without grabbing because it's wet. If this was dry, you would not be able to do this because it would grab it and stick. Okay, that's pretty good. And I do wipe up my wet surface in between. And I'm going to dry this side. And then you can let this sit up, sticky side up, out in the air to dry a little bit more if you feel it needs more. Otherwise, you are going to get your... This is the backer that it came off of. Remember, it has a shiny side and like a yellow side. So the white shiny side is what you want to apply the sticky to. So just do your best to line it up because that is what's going to protect the sticky, the adhesive on the other side, which in turn will make this reusable and keep it clean for the next time, next 5 times, next 10 times you use this. So I basically just try to get it matched up. I rub it down. I try to get any air bubbles out. This isn't perfect, but it's good enough for me. Rub it down, and then I get the wrapper, the cellophane paper that it came out of. And I will just go ahead and slip it in here. I like my design to be showing through the clear part, so I make sure that the label is on the back. And if I have a corner that's sticking up, I will smooth it down. Okay. And then this is a self-stick flap. I take it out. And I seal it up. And this is good to go again for next time. Easy peasy. Okay. So here is our beautiful tray. I'm gonna go ahead and dry it just for a second. I think it's pretty much dry, but I don't want to take any chances of messing it up. I love the colors in this. What do you guys think about the colors? Would you have gone purples? Would you have gone blues? Would you have gone greens? What colors would you use on those flowers? I was thinking gold. All gold would be pretty. Okay, so this might still be a little wet, so I will be careful. Let's see if I have a Phillips screwdriver. They're very tiny ones. Let's get out this. It comes with the handles, guys, and it comes with the screws. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop a screw up and put the handle on and tighten it just a little bit. Pop the other screw into the hole. Slide this over, screw it in a little bit, and I'm going to tighten it. Now you can paint these handles if you want to. If you want golden handles, or black handles, or white handles, or pink handles, whatever color handles you want, you can paint these handles for sure. But they do come in this, it's almost a bronze. I wouldn't say it's black. Maybe they are black. Whoops. I don't know if that's even going in. Not very. This screwdriver doesn't have a very big head, is the problem. Okay, this one's grabbing better. So I'll get a better screwdriver for this because this one here is not doing it. But here's our tray. I love it. I love the colors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and spray some polyurethane spray, a clear sealer over this, which will help make it waterproof because this paste, if it gets wet, it can come off. So I'm going to spray it with a sealer, and maybe I'll do it before I put the handles all the way on and make it waterproof. But I love it, guys. I hope you love it. Give me some hearts if you love it. Follow, like my page. Please share it with anyone who loves arts and crafts and doing fun home decor themselves. I think it's gorgeous. Type in the word tray if you want the supplies, and I'll see you guys again soon. Please like and follow my page so you know when I go live, or type !notify into the comments to get notified every time I go live. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.